Hey guys, what is up? My name is Lennon, and welcome to the Jersey Zone. So today I'm doing another episode in my Jersey History tier list playlist. Today is going to be the Colorado Avalanche, which will also include the Quebec Nordiques. Now, if you guys haven't watched any of my other ones, I'll leave a link to the playlist in the description down below if you guys want to check it out. But anyways, let's get right into the tier list. Okay, so we're into the tier list here, and as you guys can see, I do only have one set of jerseys for the Quebec Nordiques, and the reason I decided to do that is because there wasn't really a whole lot of change in between their jerseys, except for their first jersey when they came over from the WHA in 1979. That one was fairly different. I'll put it up on screen right now. I mean, it's pretty much just the logo itself that's different, especially that blue one. That blue logo is way different than it is on the one that I'm going to be using right here. But they used that logo from 1979 until 1980, so basically just their first season. And then during the 1980-1981 season, they changed the logo. And then in 1989, they made the fleur-de-lis at the bottom there just a little bit closer. And I know I absolutely butchered that pronunciation. I apologize. I should know how to say that a little bit better because I used to take French in school, but it's been a long time since I've spoken any French, so I apologize for that absolutely butchering of that pronunciation there. So now we can actually move on though to the actual jerseys that I will be ranking. These are the 1991 to 1995 jerseys. The only changes that they made from these jerseys here and the 1989 ones is they just added a red trim around the numbers. But like I said, I wanted to go with the most common one, or the most well-known one. At least that's the most well-known to me personally, at least. But let's rank these jerseys. So the 1991 to 1995 home jersey, I, of course, absolutely love this jersey. It is fantastic. It looks really good in the white here. I think it looks great, and the logo is really unique as well. I really love this logo, and honestly, for me personally, these are one of the best, like, kind of simplest jerseys, because there isn't really a lot going on. You just have the logos, and then the fleur-de-lis. Once again, sorry for the pronunciation there, and then just the stripes at the bottom of the cuffs and at the bottom of the jersey itself. It's really all not that complicated, but I do think it looks really nice, and I think that just the combination of everything just works so well. I'm going to throw both of them into the S tier. Do I want to rank the away jersey here higher than the white one? I don't think I do. I think both the logos and the number just work a little bit better on the home version, so I'm going to rank the away version just behind it, but I mean, they're pretty close to the same. I would honestly say that they're tied. They are both absolutely fantastic jerseys, and I do really love them. But of course, in 1999, the Quebec Nordiques moved to Colorado and became the Colorado Avalanche. Now, with these jerseys here, I do like them a lot. I really like the mountain range at the bottom. I think that's a really simple and unique touch to the Colorado jerseys. And one thing I like about it a lot too is that it is built into the stripe itself. Like, it's not like an actual mountain or anything like that. So it's not cheesy or distracting, which I probably would like a jersey like that, to be honest, because I kind of like those ugly, distractingly cheesy jerseys. But I do like the fact here that it is a little bit more professional, I guess, in the way of it being still the striping but looking like a mountain. So I really like these jerseys here. I think they're both really nice. So for the 1995 to 1996 home jersey, I'm going to rank it into the A tier. And then once again, for the 1995 to 1996 away jersey, I do once again like it, but I do think the home version works a little bit better. I think the white just looks a little bit nicer, as well as the fact that I think the burgundy works a little bit better as that mountainous range than the blue does. I'm not really a huge fan of how much blue there is on that jersey. I guess maybe I shouldn't say I'm not a huge fan of it, but I just think it works a little bit better in the white version there. So I'm going to rank it once again behind, but I still think it is a very nice jersey, and I like both of those a lot. Now, over the course of the next 4 years, they didn't really do a whole lot in terms of the jersey itself. They did end up changing a lot to the numbering and the lettering on the back there. They just used different fonts and everything like that. Didn't want to include those, obviously. But in 1999, they did make a little change, but it did affect the jersey quite a bit. They basically just made the burgundy on these jerseys a little bit darker, and I'll show you a picture here just of how they look. It is actually quite a bit different, and I do like the darker burgundy a little bit more. I think it works just a little bit nicer. And now let's move on to the 2001 to 2007 alternate jersey. And if you guys know me, you can see that it's a word mark, and you know that I don't like word marks. But I will have to say, I don't hate this word mark. I don't know what it is about it, what's so different about this jersey. Maybe it's because it's all burgundy and I don't really mind that burgundy, or maybe it's the striping itself. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I really don't hate this word mark, and I almost kind of like it. I don't like it so much that I'm going to put it into the A tier, though. I will throw it into the B tier, but I don't know, for some reason, I don't mind this word mark a whole lot, and it's weird because I usually just absolutely despise word marks, but this one's just okay to me, so there you go. All right, next up, on to the 2007 to 2015 home jersey. Now, these jerseys are a downgrade, in my opinion, from the previous home and away jerseys, because they don't have that mountain range on the bottom. They also have the striping on the arms here, or just underneath the armpits, I should say. Not a huge fan of that. I don't think it's overly bad or anything, but I don't really personally love it. The piping itself for me, I don't think is a big deal. I know some people aren't a huge fan of the piping on the Reebok jerseys. For me, I personally don't mind it, but overall, it's just a downgrade of their older home and away jerseys. So for the home one, I'm going to throw it into the B tier. And for the away one, once again, I think the white just works a little bit better. So I'm going to throw that one into the B tier as well, just behind that 2001 alternate jersey. Because like I said, for some reason, I don't actually mind that alternate jersey. I'm not really too sure why, but I just don't. And then in 2009, they made a third jersey to mimic their previous third jersey. And once again, it is a word mark. So they wore these from 2009 to 2015. And for some reason, once again, I don't know why I don't like this one as much as the previous alternate jersey. I usually like this shade of blue. I don't really like how it's working here. I usually like shoulder yokes. I'm not a fan of these shoulder yokes on this jersey. I don't know why, but just this entire jersey doesn't really work for me, and the previous one did. I don't know why. It's very strange to me, to be honest with you, but it's just how I feel, so I'm going to throw this one into the D tier. I just really don't like the jersey, I'll be honest. And then in 2015, when they discontinued this third jersey, they made a new one, and man, it looks so much better. So much better. I absolutely love this jersey. It is one of my favorite Colorado jerseys. It's definitely top 3 for sure, because it is absolutely fantastic. That logo is sick. I love the shoulder yoke here. I love the shade of blue. I love the burgundy at the end of the sleeves. It's very, very nice. It's really simple as well. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. My one gripe with it is that it only has one shoulder patch, and the one shoulder patch is the state flag of Colorado, and I'm not really a huge fan of when teams do state flags, and I'm also not really a huge fan of just one shoulder patch. I think it'd work a little bit nicer if there was 2, but that's really just a minor gripe. Everything else about this jersey I absolutely love. I think it is fantastic. So for me, this one is going into the S tier. I don't think I like it as much as the Quebec Nordiques jerseys. I don't think so. So I'm going to put it right behind the Quebec Nordiques jerseys, but it is very, very close. I absolutely love this jersey. I think it is fantastic. Oh, by the way, also in 2015, they did something that is very, very upsetting to me. They removed the Bigfoot shoulder patches on the home and away jerseys, and they replaced them with the C that's in this jersey right here, which I don't mind that C shoulder patch, but I much prefer the Bigfoot shoulder patch. I think it is just a lot more fun. So it is a little upsetting to me that they did end up retiring that patch, but I still don't think it's a bad shoulder patch, just I much prefer the Bigfoot one. But moving on, we had their 2016 Stadium Series jersey, and this is another jersey that I absolutely love from the Colorado Avalanche. I think it is very, very nice. I love the kind of shoulder here where it has the numbers in it, and it's basically just one blob for the numbers to go into. And other than that, it's a very simplistic jersey, but I do also like that logo as well. I don't know if I like it on its own as much as I do in like the little mountain there. I think maybe that works a little bit better, but I still really, really like this jersey a lot. I very, very much want this jersey, but it is a hard find. I cannot find this jersey anywhere unless it's for extremely expensive, and I don't really want to pay like $300 for this jersey. So it's unfortunate, but I'm going to obviously keep looking for this jersey because I absolutely love it. I'm going to throw it right behind that 2015 alternate jersey because it is absolutely great, and I really, really like that jersey. And then in 2017, when Adidas took over for the jerseys, of course, they brought back the mountain range style striping, and I absolutely love it. So these are obviously their 2017 to present home jerseys, and they are very, very similar to their previous generation of home jerseys, the 1995 ones. These ones here just basically have the darker burgundy than the previous ones had. And like I said, I just think these work so much better than the Reebok version of their home and away jerseys. So I'm going to put the home jersey. I do like... Here's my issue, is I like the darker burgundy a little bit more, but I don't like the collar as much. So I think this might be the one time actually that I'm going to put the Adidas jerseys ahead of a previous generation jersey that look the exact same. So I am going to put these jerseys just ahead of the 1995 to 1996 home and away jerseys. That's just a little bit nicer. I just like the burgundy just slightly more, but they are pretty close for my taste. And then in 2018, they did bring back their 2015 alternate jersey, obviously just in an Adidas form. I didn't feel like I needed to include it because it is the exact same jersey. And I know with these jerseys here, they're pretty much the exact same as well, but I feel like with the home and away jerseys, they're a little bit more important than the alternate jerseys, and I feel like I need to include them a little bit more. I don't know, that's just how I feel. But anyways, moving on, we have the 2020 Stadium Series jersey, and This is a very dumb jersey, but I kind of like it at the same time. I have this jersey in my collection, literally a Nathan McKinnon one as well. But like, I kind of like it. I kind of don't. I do have one issue with this jersey, or at least one main issue, and you can't really see it in the pictures, but I'll try and describe it for you here. So the mountain range, the burgundy part of the mountain range at the bottom, it is a little bit different of a shade of burgundy than it is for the rest of the burgundy at the bottom of the jersey. I don't know if it's actually a different shade, but it definitely looks like it just because of the fact that it is a different material. So I don't know if it's like the light reflecting makes it all look a little bit different or anything like that, but it is fairly noticeable. So that is kind of like my main issue with the jersey. Other than that, I really actually don't mind it a whole lot. I know some people think the A looks a little bit like a bib, and I can kind of see that, but I don't really think so. But it's definitely one of those jerseys where if you hate it, I definitely understand that. But for me, I kind of like it because I kind of like those ugly jerseys. So for me, I think I might actually put it at the top of the A tier. I think that's where I'm going to put it. I don't know. I kind of like it. Like, it's just a fun, stupid looking jersey. And the only thing, honestly, that's holding it back from the S tier for me is, like I said, that different kind of shade or different material in the mountain range at the bottom there. But yeah, so you guys can totally disagree with me if you want. I mean, that is completely understandable. But for me, I don't know. For some reason, I just kind of like that jersey. And now finally, on to the last jersey here, their 2021 Reverse Retro, the one that I'm wearing right now. I absolutely love this jersey. There is one thing that I don't like about it though. For me personally, I'm not really a huge fan of those blue numbers. I don't think it works that well, especially just contrasting with the burgundy itself. I just think it looks a little bit weird. I don't know. I guess I would probably just use burgundy again, but it might just be a little bit too much burgundy. But that's my only issue with it. Other than that, I absolutely love this jersey. It is one of my favorite reverse retros. I know it is a lot of people's favorites as well. Now, thinking about it, this might be a hot take here, but I think I'm going to put this ahead of the Quebec Nordiques jerseys. I think I just like it a little bit more. I don't know. For some reason, I think the burgundy just works a little bit better than the blue does. And I usually like blue a lot more than burgundy, but I don't know. For some reason, I think it just looks a little bit nicer, especially in the logo itself. It kind of matches the logo a little bit better than the blue to the red does. So I don't know. I just think it works a little bit nicer. Like I said, the only thing that I would probably change itself is the numbering, but everything else I absolutely love. And yeah, I'm going to put it ahead of the Quebec Nordiques jerseys. That's probably a hot take. I don't know. Let me know if you guys think that's a hot take or not. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just an absolutely fantastic jersey. All of these jerseys are really, really nice. As you guys can see, I really do like the Colorado Avalanche jersey history. The only thing that I don't like is this alternate jersey. Even the other word mark, I don't really mind. And even these jerseys, as much as I was kind of hating on them, I really don't think they're that bad. I just much prefer the mountain range style striping. Other than that, like, I don't mind the jersey itself. Yeah, most of these jerseys are absolutely fantastic. I really, really like them. So there you guys go. There's my tier list. But yeah, so that was my tier list there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you agree with me, if you're not, let me know. Also, if you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like and make sure to subscribe for more jersey content. Also, make sure to follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter at the Jersey Zone YT on Instagram and at the Jersey Zone on Twitter. Links are in the description down below. But like I said, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.